Hello everyone, welcome to Verblend. My name is April and today we are going to do some sentence completion exercises. So if you're interested in joining the class and you are a premium member, you can come on and join now. If you are not a premium member, you will have to wait until the first 2 minutes of the class is over. But otherwise, I hope to see you guys in very soon. This class should help build vocabulary for you. So it's definitely useful in learning English. So again, if you are a premium member, you can come in and join now. And otherwise, you will join in after the first 2 minutes of the class is over. Now, I do see that there are some people in the chat, so if you are in the chat, you can definitely come and join the class when those 2 minutes are up. Okay, so the 2 minutes are up and you guys can now start joining. All right, good. Everyone's getting in now, which is great. All right. Okay, all right. So I see someone is on the telephone. So
I'm sorry, teacher.
yes, can you please make sure that, yes, thank you. All right, so we still have enough room for at least 4 more people if you want to join, if you're in a chat. Okay, all right, so let's see who we have so far. Hi, Richard, how are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm great. Thanks. And you?
Great, great. Thank you. Good to have you in class. Where are you from, Richard?
Sorry, teacher.
Where?
I'm from Colombia.
Colombia. Okay. And Motaz is here.
Yes, sure, I'm here. Hey, April.
How are you today?
I'm fine, you?
Good. No video today?
No videos today. It's dark. Do you want to see?
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. And Mina is back. Hi, Mina.
Hey, Miss April. Did you survive it?
I know, right?
You're the only survivor.
Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah.
Magmoon.
Hello,
how are
April.
you?
I'm great. What about you?
Good. I thought I was going to see you in the poetry class today.
Yeah, I couldn't make it. I was out.
Okay. All right. Well, definitely next time if you can.
Sure.
Lucas, how are you?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, and good to see you again.
Thank you.
So I've been kind of missing this week because I've basically put a lot of my classes on Sunday this time. So I do miss you guys. Some of you who I have not seen. Andres, how are you? Andres?
Yes, I'm doing great. How are you? Nice to meet
Okay.
you.
Good. Nice to meet you as well. Where are you from?
I'm from Quito, Ecuador,
Where?
in South America.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Thanks for coming and joining the class. Let's see. Yada, how are you?
Hello, teacher. How are you? I'm fine.
Good. I haven't seen you in a while.
I'm doing
Good to see you. And Thea Goff, I know I'm saying the name wrong. Thea Goffe?
Hello, teacher. How are you doing?
Good. How do you pronounce your name?
Tiago. That's Tiago.
Oh my goodness, I was so wrong.
But because it's a nickname, it's just a nickname.
Oh,
No
okay.
worries.
So Tiago.
Right.
Okay. All right, good. And where are you from, Tiago?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. All right. And nice picture you have there.
I beg your pardon?
That's a nice picture that you have.
Oh, thank you. That's me and my wife.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Is your wife learning English as well?
Yeah, she is.
Okay. So
I think
is
she speaks better than I do.
Oh, okay. Okay. So does she participate in any Verblin classes as well?
Oh yeah. Whenever she can, she participates.
Okay, that's great. All right. Okay, so today's class we will do some sentence completion exercises to build vocabulary. So what we'll do is we will start off with 2 intermediate sentence completion exercises, and actually we'll probably just stick with the intermediate for today. All right, so let me share my screen with you.
¿Contra quién jugaron?
Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay, so basically all you have to do here is fill in the missing blank. From reading the sentence, you determine what word or words would fit in the blanks. Basically, what happens is you get a score each time that you submit an answer. So each time you present a wrong answer, your score will go down. So obviously, you want to try to stay as close to 100% as possible. So that is the goal. All right, so you guys need to come together and figure out which words will fit in the blank. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so it says here, well, before I start, I'm hearing background noise. I'm hearing someone talking, and I want, if you cannot take away the noise in the background, then it's going to be very disruptive to the class. So please make sure that you are keeping the noise under control. All right. So first, because of his... Okay, I do hear echo as well. So if you have the Verblin website up, make sure you close it. You just want to have the Hangout, the Google Hangout site up, not the Verblin site. All right, so because of his inability to blink other chimps, chimpanzee E34 is no longer welcome in his tribe. He has been deemed blank.
A.
Okay, so I'm hearing A. So let's see if that fits. Because of his inability to fight with other chimps, chimpanzee E34 is no longer welcome in his tribe. He has been deemed an outlaw. How does that sound to the rest of you guys? A.
Sounds more like B.
Okay, because of his inability to relate to other chimps, chimpanzee E34 is no longer welcome in his tribe. He has been deemed an outcast. Okay, so I hear A and I hear B. What's your final answer?
B.
B. Let's give it a shot. Okay, and you are absolutely correct. Okay, 2. Because of my blank, Francis is now using the same floor cleaner that I use. Because of my theory, because of my disapproval, because of my agreement, or because of my recommendation.
D. Recommendation.
Okay. Recommendation. Okay, great. Your score is still 100%. I don't like carbonated blank, so I often drink juice or water. Carbonated things, carbonated foods, carbonated beverages, or carbonated teas.
Beverage.
Teas. D.
Okay, so I'm hearing D for teas. Did I hear some?
Are juice considered beverages?
Yeah, maybe. C
D.
also.
So I'm hearing either C
It's
or
C.
D.
C.
I'm with
Okay.
C.
How many say
C.
C and how many say D?
D.
C, all of us.
Okay, so
C.
Lucas says C.
Yeah.
Lucas Alves says C. What do you say, Lucas Guevara?
I think it's C also.
C also. And what do you say, Mahmoud?
I say C.
Okay. And Motaz, what do you say?
C.
All right.
Let's
So
see.
let's see. Andres, what do you say? Andres,
I think it's C.
C, and Caesar.
I say C.
Okay, so like we have in unison C. Let's try it out. Excellent. 100% still. Rather than focus on one specific group of people, some charities try to do work that benefits blank of humanity, most of humanity, some of humanity, few of humanity, or all of humanity.
A. I said A.
Okay, I'm hearing A. Do you all agree?
Why not D?
Okay, and D I'm hearing for Mahmoud. So we either have A, most of humanity, or D, all of humanity. So think of the sentence. Some charities try to do work that benefits most of humanity or all of humanity. Think about charity. And
A.
they're
A. Most of human.
A. Okay, I hear more A than anything. All right, so we'll go with A. Okay, that was incorrect.
I think it's D. All of humanity.
Okay, let's try D. Okay, you're correct. And that brought your score down to 91%. So now you have to work to get it back up. Okay, despite the existence of evidence showing that wolves are caring and social creatures, many people still believe they are cruel and vicious animals. Many people still say, many people still reject, many people still deny, or many people still believe.
Still believe.
D. Believe.
Deny.
D.
Okay, I hear more D, so I'm going to go with D. And you guys are correct. Your score is 93%. Okay, next. The blank of meat in your refrigerator doesn't necessarily indicate that you are A, B, C, or D.
B.
C.
Okay, so I hear B and I hear C. So think of it. The B
Oh, no.
is the absence
I said
of
B. B.
B, definitely.
Okay, everyone, okay. So the
Oh,
absence of meat
B.
in your refrigerator doesn't necessarily indicate that you are a vegetarian. Okay, I'll go with it.
B.
And you guys are correct, 94%. Okay, Harold enjoys singing in the boys' choir so much that he wanted to do it every day, occasionally, rarely, or seldom.
Every day.
Every
A.
day?
Every day.
Okay, your score is kind of up, 95%. Using the scientific blink of aerodynamics, scientists designed space shuttles to withstand the dangers of orbit and re-entry. A, B, C, or D? Scientific substances,
I'll go with
rockets,
D.
fuel, or theory? D?
D.
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 Theory.
D. Okay, so using the scientific theory of aerodynamics, scientists designed space shuttles to withstand the dangers of orbit and re-entry. Correct, 95%. Before Blink, airplanes were loaded with passengers and cargo. Then they were filled with fuel. Before Blink, airplanes were loaded with passengers and cargo. Then they were filled with fuel. So is it arrival,
C.
descending? Before
C.
landing, airplanes were
Descending.
loaded with passengers. I'll try both. So before landing, airplanes were loaded with passengers and cargo. Then they were filled with fuel. Then someone said B. Before descending, airplanes were loaded with passengers and cargo. Then they were filled with fuel. Descending
B.
or
B.
D.
C.
B.
B.
okay, so I'm hearing B, C, and D.
Yes, B for me.
Okay.
C for me.
B for me too.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go with D.
Okay, so Mahmoud said D, so let's read that one. Before departure, airplanes were loaded with passengers and cargo. Then they were filled with fuel.
C.
Okay,
B.
so
B.
B.
Okay, I think there
I'm
are
gonna
more.
hit I'm gonna go to everybody. Andre, what do you say?
C.
Okay, C for
C.
Andre. And Caesar, what do you say? Caesar?
I say G.
Okay, I hear a D. I hear, okay. And Fabricio, what do you say?
C.
Okay, D
I
as well. And Lucas Alves, what do you say?
B.
B. Okay. And
B.
Lucas,
B.
B. B.
oh, B or D?
B.
B.
B or
Okay, and Lucas Cuero,
B. For me.
B. And Mahmoud, D, right?
Yeah.
And Motaz, what do you say?
Yeah, D. Departure.
D. Okay, so I heard an equal comments between B and D.
So D wins.
Because before, we need a verb with ing.
Yeah.
So it's B or C. One of them.
Okay.
D.
All right. All right, we'll go with D. And absolutely correct. So Mahmoud was correct.
Oh.
For departure.
Quack, 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 quack.
So your score now is 96%. Okay, and the last one for this one. After Blink, the captain announced that there would be turbulence ahead. Passengers were advised to blink their seats. What do you think?
I say B.
Okay, so let's read B. After takeoff, the captain announced that there would be turbulence ahead. Passengers were advised to leave their seats.
D.
Oh no.
C.
Okay,
C.
B.
C.
After
C.
takeoff, the captain announced that there would be turbulence ahead. Passengers were advised to remain in their seats. You like
C.
that one? C?
C.
Okay,
C.
correct. All right, so the exercise is complete for this one, and your score was a total of 96%. Very good. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, I'm gonna make this bigger.
Hi.
Okay, so let's see if you can get a higher score, an equal or higher score this time. All right, so tyrants demand that others do their wishes, while blink take a softer approach, considering the individual interests of all others.
Diplomats.
Okay, tyrants demand that others do their wishes, while diplomats take a softer approach, considering the individual interests of all others. You guys all agree with this? D?
I say B.
Okay, socialists. Tyrants demand that others do their wishes, while socialists take a softer approach, considering the individual interests of all others.
Guevara is not B. D.
Okay, so it's D.
I think so.
Okay, let's try it. Okay, correct.
I knew that.
Okay, to Via's dismay, her chances in the chess tournament ended suddenly with one move. Her blank was moving the queen instead of the rook.
A.
Her mistake was moving the queen instead of the rook. Sounds good to everybody?
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct, 100%. Okay.
I love the smiley face.
Okay, the Warren tribes were weary of conflict, so both were eager to forge a peaceful blink.
A.
Okay, the Warren tribes were weary of conflict, so both were eager to forge a peaceful negotiation.
Negotiation. Yes, negotiation. A.
Everyone agree with A?
Yes.
Okay. Wah, wah, wah. Incorrect.
Let's say D.
Resolution? Maybe resolution?
Okay. The Warren tribes were weary of conflict, so both were eager to forge a peaceful resolution. Let's see. Correct. Wow, you guys are down to an 88%. Okay, let's get that score up. Tara was blank about her first diving competition, and apparently this enthusiasm was blank. Others began to feel the same way she did.
B.
Okay, D. Tara was agitated about her first diving competition, and apparently this enthusiasm was underestimated.
B.
Okay, B. Tara
B.
was excited about her first diving competition, and apparently this enthusiasm was contagious. Others began to feel the same way she did.
Yes.
Yes. B.
B? All right.
B.
All right, great. Now you're going back up to a 91%. Okay, despite a marked increase in the number of voters registered, the most recent election numbers indicate blank in voter turnout.
C.
Okay, despite a marked increase in the number of voters registered, the most recent election numbers indicate a decline in voter turnout. Yes?
That seems good.
C is good?
Yeah.
I don't know of the meaning of discrepancy.
Yeah.
You said what's the meaning of discrepancy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like when something is not adding up. Like, let me see, a better way would be to give you a sentence. Or maybe
It's like difference,
Yeah, kind of like difference, but you know, something's not adding up. So there may be a discrepancy between how many people say they, I don't know, love chocolate and how many people actually eat it. So it's like not something that really like adds up.
Okay.
I would say C.
D. Despite a marked increase in the number of voters
C.
registered. Oh, C?
C.
C.
I believe it's a B, discrepancy.
Okay, and you believe it's discrepancy. All right, so we have some differences of opinions here. So I've heard B, I've heard C, and I've heard D. And then the dog is actually saying that he thinks it's A. Even the dog has an opinion here.
Yeah, I believe he's right. Maybe it's A.
Yeah, I believe so. Okay. So let's go. It looks like there is a discrepancy here. Some people believe that it's B, while some people believe it's C. So
the dog has the answer.
the dog. Yes, the dog has it. The dog needs to tell us which one it is. But before the dog tells us this,
I'm going to change.
We can understand it.
okay, but my question before we even continue on is how in the world, Andre, are you in here twice?
I don't know.
There we go. Now that's a discrepancy as well. Okay. All right, so B or C, you guys. We got to make a decision here.
C.
All right. I hear more C, so I'm going to go with C.
Still, my opinion, B, discrepancy.
I'm hearing you're pretty outweighed here. I'm hearing more C, so I'm going to go with C.
Okay.
And C is correct. Your score is 93%, and the dog was correct.
He shouted, but we couldn't understand him.
Okay, so you're up to 93%. Let's try to at least get up to where you were before, which was a 96. Because the test has been deemed inaccurate, the blank we obtained are blank.
D.
D. Because the test has been deemed inaccurate, the results we obtained are inconclusive. How does that sound to the rest of you?
I think it's a D too.
Yeah, G.
D. Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, correct. 94%. Okay, in a democratic country, private individuals have the right to own property. On the other hand, under blank leadership, private ownership is forbidden.
I believe it's C, communist.
Okay.
Communist.
So in a democratic country, private individuals have the right to own property. On the other hand, under communist leadership, private ownership is forbidden. How does that sound to the rest of you?
Yes. C.
Yes? Okay.
Good.
Correct. 95%. You're almost there.
One more.
Okay. The expedition was fraught with blank. It rains every day. Someone broke their ankle and sickness plagued the crew from day one.
Misfortune. B.
Okay, the expedition was fraught with misfortune. It rained every day. Someone broke their ankle and sickness plagued the crew from day one. Are you sure? That's your final answer?
I'm sorry, Apple, but I cannot understand the first part of the sentence. The expedition.
Yes. So the expedition is like a journey, right? That you take for a specific purpose.
Okay.
Okay, and then fraught can be, it can mean either loaded or provided or supplied.
B.
So basically what it's trying to say is something happened on this journey. It was loaded with this particular thing. And it was that it rained every day, someone broke their ankle, and sickness plagued the crew from day one.
B.
I believe it's misfortune.
Okay, misfortune. Let's try it.
Misfortune, yes.
Correct, 95%. Now you need to get the next at least the next one, so you can get to the 96%. In blank tropical waterways, there are sometimes hundreds of species of fish in search of precious sustenance. This being the case, the blank resources can be intense. What do you think?
D.
Okay, so D. In forsaken tropical waterways, there are sometimes hundreds of species of fish in search of precious sustenance. This being the case, the competition for resources can be intense. How does that one sound?
B?
No, B. It's a B
So,
for me.
so in large tropical waterways, and then this being the case, the explosion of resources can be intense.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Just so you know, the word teeming.
I would guess C or D. I don't know.
Just so you know, the word teeming means bring forth or give birth to, and garnering means to gather or collect.
It's maybe D, forsaken.
Okay, so I did read that one. D, forsaken. B, you guys said no. Is D your final answer for everyone?
Or A. A would be determine it's full of animals. No.
Full of what?
In terming tropical waterways.
Okay, you think it's A? In teeming tropical waterways, there are sometimes hundreds of species of fish in search of precious sustenance. This being the case, the garnering of resources can be intense.
Garnering,
Like I said, garnering is like to gather or collect.
no, letter B. Letter B. Explosion of resources. Explosion of resources can be intense.
Explosion of resources can be
Yes.
intense.
For me,
A. I think A.
Think A?
No, for me it's letter B.
Okay. A, B.
C
Yusuf,
or
what
D.
do you say?
I still believe it's D, forsaken and competition.
Okay. And Andre, what do you think?
I don't know. Maybe A.
Okay, Fabricio?
For me, D.
D. So I'm hearing two D's. And Jose, what do you say?
Oh, I think it is B.
And I hear two B's. Okay. So I guess you guys can do any, meeny, miny, mo.
Yes.
So listen to it. So it's between B and D is what you guys are saying. So listen to again. Listen to B. In large tropical waterways, there are sometimes hundreds of species of fish in search of precious sustenance. This being the case, the explosion of resources can be intense. Or in forsaken tropical
That makes
waterways,
sense.
it makes sense? Okay. In forsaken tropical waterways, there are sometimes hundreds of species of fish in search of precious sustenance. This being the case, the competition for resources can be intense.
I believe it's forsaken competition because in forsaken it's mean abundant. So in abundant tropical waterways where is a lot of hundred of species, they may compete for the resources available in the waterway. As long as there are many hundred of species of fish, they for sure will compete for the same resource, I believe.
Okay. All right.
Agree.
Agreed? All right. Well, we'll try D. He made it. He made a claim and he backed it up. So let's see if he was right. Wah, wah, wah.
For me, B.
All right, let's see if the B crew was right. Wah, wah.
A.
Right.
Okay, let's see if our A crew was correct. Correct. And now your score is all the way down to an 88%.
Teaming.
Okay, last one for this one. Visitors are given tours of the historic Blink daily. It is no longer used as a residence, though it boasts a grand total of 38 bedrooms.
B.
Okay, B. Anyone else feel that way?
Visitors are given tours of the historic. It's not located.
B.
B. Okay, everyone else is okay with B?
Yeah.
Yes, B.
Okay, mansion.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, so good. At least you got back up to an A, which is a 90%. Okay, but not as good as the first time, which you had 96%. So for the last one, let's see if we can build it up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's try to get to at least a 96% or over. Starting with number 1. Although the president's advisors often disagree with him, they rarely blink his decisions.
C.
C.
Okay, although the president's advisors often disagree with him, they rarely criticize his decisions. How does that sound for everyone?
Yeah.
B. Supported.
Okay, although the president's advisors often disagree with him, they rarely supported his decision.
No.
No?
C.
Okay.
C.
C or D or B?
C.
C.
C. C.
Okay, I'm hearing D. I'm hearing D. Although the president's advisors often disagree
I believe
with him,
it's
they
B.
rarely analyze his decisions.
Why?
Because
B?
they often disagree with his decision, so maybe they rarely support him. Because giving an advice maybe contain a criticism.
Yes, but sometimes they don't want to argue with him, so they don't criticize his decision.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw it the same way.
I think that the president doesn't need the support of them because he can do what he wants.
Okay, nice talking out.
Yes, true.
Okay, so let's take a vote here. Andre,
For me,
criticize or support it?
They really corroborated his decision.
Oh, and you're saying corroborated, okay.
Yes, for me, yes. Yes, A.
A.
I think there is no clue to say A.
A or C here? A.
Okay. Andre, what do you pick?
A or C? I don't know.
A or C, okay. And Caesar, what do you pick?
I pick C.
Criticize. Okay, Fabricio.
C.
C?
C.
Okay, and Jose.
Well, I think I'm gonna take D.
D. Okay, and Lucas Alves.
A or C.
Okay, and Lucas, other Lucas.
For me, is A corroborated.
Okay, and Yusuf.
I saw it in the same way that Fabricio saw it at the time, but I see that supporting is the correct one.
Okay. I think I heard more C than anything, so I'm going to go with C with you guys. And C is correct.
Correct.
So
Fabrizio was right.
So this makes sense because listen,
Yep.
it's saying this is whenever you start with although, it's going to be a difference. So even though basically you're saying that they disagree with him, they may disagree with him, but they won't criticize him, regardless. So criticize is definitely the best one here. Okay, so who picked criticize?
Me.
Yes, Fabrizio. Good job.
Grande Fabrizio.
Yes. Okay, 2. Diagnosing and repairing airplanes blink knowledge of general science as well as experience working with specific planes.
D.
Okay, diagnosing and repairing airplanes requires knowledge of general science as well as experience working with specific planes.
Okay. Yeah, D.
Yes, yes, okay. So you guys came to agreement with that
Yeah,
one
okay.
very quickly.
I
Good.
believe it's D. Yeah.
Okay.
Requires.
All right, correct. 100% so far, you guys. You're doing good. Okay, when fallen trees and vegetation blink, they provide sustenance for other plants and animals.
D.
D. Decompose.
Okay, when fallen trees and vegetation decompose, they provide sustenance for other plants and animals.
Yeah.
Yeah, decompose.
C.
Okay, D. Everyone agrees with D?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Great job. 100%. Keep it up. Okay, despite their efforts to blink the incident, none of the onlookers had any useful information to give the police.
D.
Despite their efforts to investigate the incident, none of the onlookers had any useful information to give the police.
D.
Everyone agree with D?
I'm sorry, April.
B.
B. Despite their efforts to forget the incident, none of the onlookers had any useful information to give the police.
I'm sorry, April, but onlookers here have the same meaning of witnesses.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's A.
I think it's D.
Okay, someone said A. Despite their efforts to recall the incident, none of the onlookers had any useful information to give the police.
Investigate.
Okay, investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Wah, wah, wah.
So it's no, right?
A.
No.
Okay, let's try A. Exactly correct. Your score is 91%.
What does it mean, recall here, April?
Like
Despite
remember?
their efforts to recall the events, it's basically try to remember something.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But basically try to say exactly what happened.
Okay. Clear enough now.
Okay.
They try to remember, but
Yeah, they
forget
try
me.
to basically state everything that happened. So when you recall something, you're trying to remember or state everything that happened. But everything that they gave the police was not useful.
Okay. Okay. Much
Yes.
clearer now.
So obviously they didn't do a really good job in recalling the events that, that took place. Okay, 5. Ancient cave carvings of humans using hammers blink the theory that our ancestors were using tools many thousands of years ago.
B.
Okay, ancient cave carvings of humans using hammers proves the theory that our ancestors were using tools many thousands of years ago.
I mean, I think it's A.
Okay, ancient cave carvings of humans using hammers predicts the theory that our ancestors were using tools many thousands of years ago.
But we're already talking about the past. Predict is about future. You
Oh,
can't.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's not.
I have it's B.
B.
So B, everyone agrees with B?
B, yes, proof.
Yep.
Okay.
Proofs.
Wah, wah, wah.
C.
Okay, C, supports.
A, makes.
Ancient cave carvers of human using hammers makes the theory that our ancestors were using tools
No.
many thousands. No. Okay.
Support.
Supports. All right, let's try it. Okay, correct. 86%, you guys. Okay, gazing up at the nearly blank constellations, we blank the vastness of the universe.
What is gazing?
It's looking.
Looking, yes.
Oh.
What's Gargant?
Wait.
D.
You say D?
What does B mean?
What does B mean? Gargantuan?
Yeah.
Gargantuan is something that's extremely big or large.
I believe it's B.
Okay, so let me read that. Gazing up at the nearly gargantuan constellations, we prove the vastness of the earth, of the universe.
I would
Everyone
say
else
D.
agree with that one?
I'm sorry, Epi, but what does contemplated mean?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. For me. Okay. Now go ahead. Say it again.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Yeah, I have one question.
Constellation?
Okay. No, in D we have innumerable and contemplated.
Okay. Yes. So you
What
need
does
to
contemplated mean?
Okay, contemplate is try to figure out two different things, or a few different things. Like you're trying to contemplate or figure out, let's say, do you want fish or do you want chicken? So you're contemplating that. You're trying to make a decision based on these two things.
We consider.
Okay, it's clear for me now.
Exactly. And innumerable is basically countless. It means too many to be numbered. So many is just too many to be numbered, basically.
D.
Okay.
I believe
So
no,
gazing
it's
up
B.
at the nearly innumerable constellations, we contemplated the vastness of the universe.
B.
So I'm hearing B and I'm hearing D.
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 D. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go with D. I'm hearing more D's. Correct?
Yeah.
The score is 88%.
Innumerable. Yes.
Okay, 7. Blank the traditional windmill design. Spokes rotating around a central point is a very old machine. It is successfully used in many modern applications.
B.
Okay, although the traditional windmill design, spokes rotating around a central point is a very old machine, it is successfully used in many modern applications.
Yes.
That sounds good to everyone? Okay.
Oh.
Okay, correct. Your score is 90%. Though the two fingerprints were quite blank, they were not an exact match, so no identification could be made.
B.
Okay, though the two fingerprints were identical,
D.
though the two fingerprints were quite similar, they were not an exact match.
Option
I
D.
believe
lot
it's similar. Yeah, D.
Similar?
Yes.
Okay.
Similar.
Correct. Your score is 91%.
Oh, what is much?
Smudge is like, okay, let me think of how to explain it.
Maybe something relative.
Let's say if you, like
How about
took, it's almost like you're smashing something in a way. Trying to figure out the best way to put it. Because it's kind of hard to explain.
Like a spot?
No.
No. Well,
Not clear.
No.
It's like
No.
I'm trying to figure this.
The light not clear.
Okay, think about like using your fingertips and like pressing down on it onto something.
It's like
That's
to make a
kinda like
pair.
smudging. It's kind of like you're rubbing on something or you're wiping something and you're smearing it on something.
Oh.
So let's say might be good to give you
It's like making a pair, isn't it?
like a
Max
sentence.
is something that have a relation. A pair of things that have a relation.
Say that again.
Make it Dutch.
Maybe a pair of things that have a relation.
A pair of. Okay, no. Here's like an example of a sentence. Don't smudge the picture with your dirty hands. Or his face was smudged with grease. So it's like to rub or to wipe. In this case, if you said don't smudge the picture with your dirty hands, it would be don't wipe the picture with your dirty hands. Got it? Kind of hard to explain. So in that situation, it wouldn't make similar would make more sense because it's saying that it was not an exact match. So it can't be identical with someone said beforehand because identical would make it an exact match. Okay, so next one. Because a few of the measurements he made were incorrect, the architect needed to blank his original plan.
Revise. C.
B.
Okay, because a few of the measurements he made were incorrect, the architect needed to revise his original plan.
I would say B.
I would say A and B.
Because a few of the measurements he made were incorrect, the architect needed to redo his original plan.
Redo.
Redo?
Yes.
Everyone else agree?
Because of that,
I'm not so sure.
No, redo is like doing again.
Yeah, I think that redo is doing again.
Right, redo is doing again.
But I don't know.
I believe it's A, discard.
Okay, because a few of the measures he made were incorrect, the architect needed to discard his original plan.
No.
Revise.
A or C?
It's B. B, I believe it's B.
A or
But they do.
B.
Okay. So B or C?
C.
A or C?
B.
Option B.
Option B? Alright.
Yeah.
So.
Wah, wah.
Oh,
no.
It's not.
I
Yeah.
thought it was discard, but
A or C?
Right.
I say B.
Okay, revise was correct. Yes, so revise is to kind of like change it up a little bit. Redo would be to do it all over again.
Yeah.
Okay, last. In an attempt to blank more parts in less time, manufacturing processes on assembly lines are frequently updated.
B. Make.
In the attempt to make more parts in less time, manufacturing processes on assembly lines are frequently updated.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this time your score is 89%. So you guys, what you did was you went down each time. You started off with 96%, then you went down to 91%, and now you're down to 89%.
Man.
Yeah.
I believe I'm not helping.
We don't need any practice.
Okay. What I can do in the last 5 minutes, you tell me what you prefer. In the last 5 minutes, would you prefer to do a very easy one? Or in the last 5 minutes, would you like to go over some of the vocabulary that was in here and give you some definitions?
I'm sorry, how's the name of the page?
Say that again?
What is the name of the page?
Oh, English Maven.
English? What?
Maven.
Masion.
So what would you guys like to do? Would you guys like to do a quick, easy one, or do you want to go over some definitions?
Definitions.
Definitions? Okay.
Teacher, can you please write the name of the webpage on the chat box?
Yeah.
Mansion. English mansion.
Okay.
Okay, I wrote it down. Okay, all right. So we had, let me see, deregulate. I'm writing it in the chat. Well, the verbal in chat, I don't see that working correctly, so I'm gonna write it in the regular chat. Deregulate. Okay. And that is removing restrictions. Removing restrictions, I'm writing it. Deregulate. Removing restrictions. And what else was there? We said gargantuan. Do you remember what that word meant?
Yes.
Huge.
Yes, huge, very large. Gargantuan. Large. Okay. And what did we say innumerable was?
Countless.
Countless, yes. Countless, can't be numbered. Okay, what about differentiate? That was in there as well.
To make a difference?
Yes, to show a difference in.
Do the opposite of the other agent.
So to show a difference in. What about disorienting?
To get dizzy?
This one can be confused. Confusing.
Having no direction?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Another one was teaming. Do you remember what that was?
Working together?
Full?
Together. It was bringing forth.
Full of something? Yeah.
Bringing forth. What about garnering? Garnering was to gather or collect.
Collect, accumulate.
Yes. All right. So that was just some of the vocabulary there. I hope you guys have fun with that. You did very well. My next class in 1 minute would be English Jeopardy, and it's going to be a competition class. So if you're interested in Jeopardy and playing some games and some nice competition, then come to that class, which will be starting in 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay.
I will be there.
Otherwise, if I don't see you in that class, then have a great day if I don't see you.
Okay.
All right.
You too.
Thank you, Teacher April.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thanks.